Experiment number 3, subject computer application in pharmacy. Experiment number 3, subject computer application in pharmacy. So third practical is create a HTML web page to show personal information. First, we have to know what is the HTML language. Simple, the HTML is the hypertext markup language. Okay, so this is the combination of two things, that is the HT and ML, hypertext and markup language. Now, what is the hypertext? Hypertext is we can join two web pages. In a hypertext means we can join different web pages, and markup language is the language that helps to join two pages. Okay, hypertext, that is the link between two pages, and markup language is that the language which is help to develop the web pages. First, HTML is help to develop the web pages. Now I can show you what is the web pages. Every website you can see on the laptop or a mobile phone, that is the web pages, and these HTML web pages are made up of HTML language. Okay, so web pages and web application is the made up of HTML language, and for a style that pages we can use the CSS language, that is the cascading style sheet. To style, or we use this CSS for the finishing the language. We can use HTML language with a different type of computer language, like with the JavaScript or any computer language. So first we see the web pages. So web pages is so this is the different web pages. We can see the one website to show the what is HTML, that is we can show the Satara College of Pharmacy, Degaon. Okay. So this is our college website. So this website is made up of different HTML tags or using HTML language. I already explained HTML is the hypertext markup language. This is the combination of hypertext and markup language. What is meant by hypertext? Hypertext means you can join the two different pages using link. So as per when you search the facility infrastructure, we click on the infrastructure. This is the call hypertext. We join the two different web pages using hypertext, that is using link. between two web pages, and this website is made up of HTML language, different tag of HTML language, that is the markup language. HTML is the markup language. There is the more example of markup language like XML markup language, but HTML is the more popular markup language because it is the simple and the predefined language. What is mean by predefined language? Predefined means the code or tag of HTML language is already defined. You just have to use that tag for the specific use, okay, for the specific reason. So already the tags is predefined in HTML language. So it is the predefined and simple language for coding. So it is more popular markup language to develop any web pages. If you want to see the code of these web pages, so I am going to right click on the any web page or any website, and you can see view page source. Click on this view page source, so you can see the source code or HTML code of any website. Right click on that website and click on view page source, so you can see the code of that website. This code is made up of HTML language because HTML language is used for develop the web page. HTML language is used for develop the web page. So this is the good example of HTML language. This is the HTML tags. Okay, doc type HTML because this declare that the document is the HTML document. Okay, so HTML head, this is the tag of HTML language. Why HTML language is so popular? Because it is a simple to develop any code and it is a predefined tag. In HTML language, there is a various tag and it is a predefined to develop any code. Just we have to use that tag for the particular reason. So this is the source code. After any web page, you can see this type of code using HTML language. Okay, so this is the example of HTML code. Okay, so now return to the experiment. This is one simple, I show the example what is the web page. So this is the web page and this web page is made up of HTML language and I show the coding HTML code. Then now you understand what is HTML. Now what are HTML tags? So third point is the what are HTML tags. So HTML tags, that is the predefined HTML tag are building blocks of HTML. They are used to define HTML element that should appear on a web page. Without HTML tags, you wouldn't have an HTML page. Virtually every web page contains HTML tags. Okay, so this tag is already defined by the developer. We have to, when we have to develop any web page, we have to use tag as per our specification. So see, these are the HTML different tags. What is the body tag in HTML? When you write any tag, you have to mention in the triangle bracket. When you have to write any tag, you have to mention in a triangular brackets. For an example, see, this is the body tag. So this tag is mentioned between the triangle brackets. The HTML body tag defines the main content of the HTML. So body tag have a meaning, that is it defines for the main content of the HTML or section of the HTML document. So this is the different tag of HTML. This tag is defined in a triangular bracket. When you once open this triangle bracket, then you have to compulsory close this bracket and write your tag inside the bracket. So this is the doc type, and meaning of doc type is define the document type. As I show the code, you have to mention at the starting of the web page, this is the doc type HTML, because this document is belong to HTML. So doc type, it is the defined document type. The next type is, again see this small difference, that is the triangular bracket and triangular bracket that contain HTML tag. It is called the HTML tag. It defines the HTML document. Next tag is a head tag. This defines the information about the document. Next tag is title tag. We can use this tag to define the title. Similar, again the body tag, define the document's body tag. Then H1 to H6 tag, this is defined to HTML heading. If you want to write a heading, that is the if you want to write any para, and that para contain one heading, so you can use this H1 to H6 tag of HTML to define the headings. Then this is the P tag for paragraphs, BR for break the line, HR for the define the change in the content, okay, and this tag is for the define comment. There is a many format, there is a different tag of the HTML. So I told you that HTML is the tag language, and that tag is already defined, and we have to use that already defined tag for our specific purpose. Suppose that we have to create any table, so we can use the table tags for create the table. Okay, so I give you some example like this. So this is the table. We have to create one table in our website, so we have to use the table tags. This is the table for define a tag. Then this is the caption, table caption. Then define the th, it is for the header cell. If you want to give a cell name, so you give the th. Then tr for the define a row in table. TD is for the define the cell in table. So as according to this, we can use different tags for our specific purpose to develop any web page. Then this is the small example of HTML document. First you have to start HTML document, we have to declare doc type HTML. This is the first sentence ever for your any HTML document, that is you have to define this document is defined to HTML, then HTML, then body. Inside the body tag, this is the body tag open, and this is the body tag close with this cross line. Okay, inside the body tag you have to mention all the codes of your HTML document. Okay, we are going to see it is in a practical way. Okay. So this is the HTML language. Okay, in this experiment we are after the experiment number 3, we are going to learn that is what is HTML. HTML is the hypertext markup language, and it is made up of different tags. It is the predefined tag. HTML is the markup language. It is a very popular language to develop any web page, because it is a simple and it is a predefined tag, and it is a secured to compare with other markup language. So read the experiment from the manual and solve the continuous assessment.